Deborah.
Lasagna. Where's my Deborah?
Lasagna.
That's good.
That's a good one.
That's Everybody Loves Raymond, right?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. All right, thanks for listening to the Choke Artist Podcast. Woo, woo. The band Steve is here. Well, 3 out of 4.
Finally.
Yeah. We've been talking about this for a while.
This has been like a 2-month communication almost, I want to say.
Yeah.
Or longer than that, I would say, actually. I think you hit us up at some point, and I was like, oh, totally down for it, but we'll have to wait. And then I was just like, fuck it, we'll do it whenever.
Yeah. Well, because y'all are like working on an album, right?
Yeah,
So
it's all done now, but we're not, we could talk about that, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's hard to commit to a podcast because it's not a show. So it's like, shows like, always play shows. Podcast is like fun, but it's like usually a weird hour, and to get everyone together, especially you guys are like spaced out, right?
Kind of, yeah. I mean, Nick and Zach live together, and that's about it. Eric is in
Still
South
not far away,
Plainfield.
though.
Yeah, not that far away, but it's still like it's still out of range, and then I'm completely away.
Yeah. Are you two? You're in Philly?
Yeah.
Are you in Philly?
I was, but I moved to East Brunswick with Zach.
Oh, cool. Nice.
Still in town.
Yeah, I'm here.
I'm skipping a jump. I can turn that up if you want to.
No, it's okay.
All right, cool. I like your vest too.
Move your phone.
Yeah, I've been doing this thing in 2019 where I'm trying to be more wholesome, and safety is very wholesome. So
Yeah, no, it's good to be safe.
Yeah.
Does it say fuck on
I
it?
know it says "suck me," but it looks really gross. It's also like the 3rd grade S. but
Yeah,
I
the
did a-
medieval S.
Yeah, but I did a really bad job at it.
The first minute.
I am who I am.
Yeah,
Man. I'm wearing pants that say "God bless" on them.
God bless fucking awesome.
Yeah.
In the schoolhouse rock font.
Yeah.
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 Good
Oh,
point.
that's like the skate company, right?
Yeah.
Cool,
Yeah.
cool.
I actually got these at NJ. Like, these are the most hype things I've ever gotten. They were a
Shameless
lot of
plug for
money.
NJ Skate Shop.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Check it out.
Chris
Okay,
Naracco, if you're out there listening, you're a very funny man, and I appreciate you.
Nice. I used to live with my old roommate said he'd skated with you a bit. Billy.
Oh yeah, Billy. We just played a show with Billy at In the West.
Awesome.
Yeah, with he was in decoration.
Decoration.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. I don't
Yeah.
know.
He's the
Billy.
drummer.
Oh, rad.
Yeah, Billy's awesome.
Decoration's a great
And then
band.
he was just in Florida with my buddy Jake, who runs Freedom Skate Park down there, and they were at Tampa Pro, and it was really cute and
Yeah.
wholesome, and I was very jealous that I wasn't there.
Yeah. Wait, Jake is from Jersey or?
Yeah, Jake is from down in. I want to say he grew up in like the Trenton area. To be specific, I think he's from Ewing or whatever.
Yeah.
But he went to school out in St. Louis and got involved in like a lot of non-profit like politic things. I don't know what they are.
Yeah. I'm dumb as shit as
Yeah,
well.
so like I really care. But now he went to graduate school up here, and then he opened up this non-profit skate park down in Trenton that's directed for like kids that are like underprivileged, so you can go there and get a free skateboard and spend the whole day there for free, and you can
That's
get
so
skate
tight.
lessons.
That's
for
really
school.
cool, actually. I
Yeah.
didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
That's rad.
Are they doing shows there too? I saw something on Instagram of bands playing like by a half pipe and people like headbanging.
Yeah, they do get. Well, they're only open for the winter.
Okay.
So they just finished their season up last week or so, or maybe 2 weeks ago. But I've been talking to Jake about a lot of things, and I think next season he's going to try to have a lot more of the music and the art community in there, because hopefully it'll have more traction since this was like the first year.
I think there's like a cool blend with like music and skateboarding, of course.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
last year we did a gig at the Edison skate park, and that was a lot of fun. And it was pretty cool though. It was like I don't know. We were just like the background music for a bunch of people skateboarding. Like, it was like a cool moment.
Yeah. There was definitely a time where they were like, I mean, like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater soundtrack.
Yeah,
like,
of
was very
course.
influential.
Yeah,
like,
there was like a
huge.
thing that's like people's first introduction to like ska punk,
Yeah,
you know?
straight up, yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
and I
definitely.
understand that. Like you hear that one Goldfinger riff in Superman, you're like, "Fuck, I love this now."
It's very true.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's cool, yeah. And then Sum 41 had a music video, and what was the video?
In
was
Too
that
Deep?
for?
Or no, that was a
Yeah,
One of them.
it was In
no,
Too
or
Deep.
Was it
Fat
In Too
Lip.
Deep?
There,
I think
Fat
it was
Lip, there was a
Fat
half
Lip. They had
pipe.
that too.
In Too Deep, they were in somebody's pool with skateboarders in it. I
Yeah.
just watched it the other
Yeah.
day.
Like that's
Yeah.
cool. Like and then I think it just stopped after that.
Yeah, where
though,
did
right?
it go? Well, there is, because like counterculture, like skateboarding and like punk rock, as you will, DIY, like are definitely like affiliated with counterculture. But then there was also a time in the 90s where it was co-opted by like Doritos, like extreme Dorito fucking half pipe chips.
Yeah, yeah.
So then like I don't know what happened, but it just all kind of stopped.
Yeah, punks and skateboarders, they both like Doritos. If there was a Venn diagram, it would meet at Doritos.
Yeah. Even like Capri Sun, there's a guy like ripping on a fucking BMX
Yeah.
bike and
Whoa.
shit, turning into goop and like.
Respect the pouch, was that
Yeah,
the
respect the pouch.
Yeah.
Their latest.
How many other things can we drop in this?
Shout out Capri Sun.
Shout out Capri Sun.
Well, I mean, like
Great juice box. Pouch.
Sponsor us.
the neat thing now is that we're all older, but like because I feel like our you guys are like mid-20s, right?
Yeah.
Like our generation was like influenced by that stuff, I think. And then it kind of went away, but now we're older.
We all say our ages.
Why?
24.
23.
26.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Give or take. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. It kind of stopped. I mean, but like Warped Tour used to be cool too, and then it eventually wasn't. So
Yeah.
I think Warped Tour was cool because we were all unaware, kind of.
Yeah,
in
we
a
were
way.
young and 13. So
Like
Yeah.
that's the thing. Like you might not be like some shithead or whatever that doesn't like women on large festivals, but then you grow up and then you realize it's like, oh fuck, like,
Yeah,
oh
it's
that's interesting.
actually
Somebody on
fucked up.
Twitter actually made like a tally mark of they researched every single band playing I forget which one, but there's like 2 of the Warped Tour things, and they researched every single band, and it was like 111 men versus like 22 women.
Jesus.
I don't know if that was exact numbers, but it was somewhere within that ratio,
Yeah.
and it's just like, what the hell is going
and that
on?
still sounds
Yeah,
high.
and that.
Yeah, and that still
That still
sounds
sounds
like
alive
a
on Warped
little
Tour.
much. Like
Yeah.
it sounds I don't know.
yeah, and that used to just be the norm too, and it was like unchallenged.
Yeah,
Weird.
and I'll like meet people still now that like, because I'm very much vocal about equal representation on bills to the point where people get mad at me about it, and then people will come up to me and talk to me, and they'll be like, "Oh, like I understand what you mean, but I grew up playing with a bunch of dudes, so it's like I don't know anything otherwise." And it's like, okay, I understand that, but you know. Times change, and like you gotta like realize that you make a bigger impact than what you think you do. Like
Yeah.
because for young people or for people that are incredibly susceptible to watching music, I think it's just like if you don't see yourself up there, it's like, oh, can I do this? Am I not allowed to do this kind of thing? And then then social anxiety hits and all that. I think I'm just telling a personal story right now.
No, but it's fine. It's a valid point.
No, because what is it? You watch the YouTube videos. Ukulele.
Yeah, I
you thought
saw
you could
it-
only play ukulele.
Yeah, that was like a thing for a long time
Yeah.
because like I'm of East Asian descent. I have white parents, so I never really thought of myself as different. But then I discovered YouTube, and I saw a bunch of like East Asians making ukulele covers of like Drake and other pop songs. I was like, oh, that's all I can do. Sick. And then I saw another video one time of this guy, James Ikeda, who plays under the moniker of the Michael character. He played like this one acoustic thing. It was like really punk rock, and I was like, fuck, I can do that too. All right.
Yeah.
And that was me at like 14, where I should be able to like in my head, I guess like the idea is like, oh, I can do anything I want, but I was never presented that I can do anything that I want. So it just never hit me, and I don't know.
Yeah, I also think it's important that you're vocal about it too, though, because like for
I
me,
guess.
no, I mean no, it is because
I think it is too. I just hate how people.
I mean, for
react.
me, like like music and stuff like that. Like I grew up as like a shitty metalcore kid who was just like, yeah, dude, fuck my ex-girlfriend, blah, 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 like all that stuff. And I feel like as I started hanging out with you and like talking with you more, you like educated me and all this stuff, and now
That's
that
really cute.
yeah, like it's. I think even though you may get a lot of hate, like you wouldn't be doing the right thing if everyone was patting you on the back. So
Yeah, I agree with that. I
Yeah.
think that there's an aspect of it that's like people just take complete offense to some things that I say, and it's not meant to be that way. It's just like, hey, like pay attention, maybe. That's
Yeah.
all. It's a light suggestion. I'm not running up to people in their face and being like, there's not enough women on this bill. It's more like, hey, here's a bunch of women that can
Here's
play
something
these
you can be
bills.
conscious of.
Yeah, and like we have a very we have an opportunity and ability for anybody that books shows and plays shows. We have the ability to like lift other people to a platform, and I think that I'm not saying I'm a very popular person, but a lot of people know me, so it's like maybe they don't know about other women in the community that can play certain things or whatever. So it's just like, hey, here it is, and then for some reason people like to get mad at me for
Yeah,
that.
like I feel like you need people like you that are vocal to push in this direction more.
Yeah.
And even if like some people feel like it's too much, like that's fine. Like people like you need to be vocal about it because there's people on the complete other side.
Yeah.
And like most white people don't think about it because like, oh, I don't see the big deal, but that's because there's white people in every band too.
Honestly, though,
Just hang it out, relax.
We played a gig last night, and our band was the only band that had the most amount of white boys in it, and, and like that was like a kind of a cool thing. It was
it was pretty cool.
It was a cool feeling. I didn't say anything about it like while we were playing or whatever, but it hit me at one point. I was like, wow, all right, I'm okay with that though.
Yeah.
You know?
What
I'd be
bands did
fine
you play
that. We played with Junkanoo, Picnic, and Blushed. Yeah,
Right
it was
on.
Picnic's release show, and then Blushed, my friends out in Philadelphia, came up for a show. So yeah, it was a lot of fun though.
Yeah.
And even the audience, like the people that were there, like that was like the nice, like,
Yeah.
the most.
You at one
mixed-
point
I
looked
even-
around and said like, "Oh wow, there's
This is the
not
least
a lot
amount of
boys."
white men I've seen in New Brunswick in years.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
like. That felt really. I was like really happy. I went to the car. I'm like, I pushed him like, hi. It's like,
Yeah. That was
look,
the thing at one point. Yeah.
it's working.
Yeah. And you want it to feel natural. You don't want it to feel like
Yeah, it's
someone's
not like
there
a
for
forced
token
thing.
reasons,
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
oh, we hit our check. But, you know, it's
That's
still...
like a thing that I always battle with in my head sometimes. Where if we get asked for things, it's like I don't know if that's because you like my band, and we've had this discussion before too. I
Yeah.
think, and I think we're all on opposite ends of this. Not opposite, but we're all trying to figure out whether it's like, do you like me because I'm not white or because like my band's cool? I don't know, but that's why like if we get asked to play a show, we're like, oh, who's on the bill? And if there's not at least some other marginalized act or something on it, we're more than likely to pass on it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, like we love to play as much as we can, and we appreciate anybody that asks us to play anything. But this is like an important thing that I think we should start.
Just a point. If you're listening, please stop booking us on Fridays.
Oh, yeah,
That
we
was the thing last
decided.
night.
Yeah.
We decided we're gonna try and cut down on Fridays
Why
because
just
we
come
all
from work?
work on Friday and we all do things on Friday. It's like any other weekday. We just want to go home and sleep.
Yeah, I closed my work at like 3 a.m. and then yesterday before the gig I went into work at like 10 and then stayed there till like 7 and we played the gig and I was like, I don't want to talk to anybody, I'm just gonna leave.
It's
Yeah.
unfortunate that it puts us
Yeah.
in that mind space, but like that's what happens when you don't have time for yourself, you know?
Yeah.
Well, it's
I
just
felt a little off last night. The gig was incredibly fun.
Yeah.
Everybody was
Everything
very
was
nice.
yeah.
Everything was perfect. It was just that I think for me personally, I found myself like kind of slumped.
yeah.
a
I mean,
little out of it.
for me yesterday, like I couldn't socialize because I was so like just melted in my brain that like if I tried to form a sentence to you, I was either gonna sound mean or it just wasn't gonna make sense.
Yeah.
So it's better for
You
me
don't
to
really need that at the show either.
Yeah.
You know?
No, exactly. You don't need
that's
that
why-
kind of
That's why we're cutting back on Friday.
Yeah.
nights.
Yeah, that's the challenge. I went to show last night and like by 11:15 I was feeling it and I was like, oh, fuck. Like,
It's so funny you say that because I feel like anytime it goes past 11, I'm like, oh well.
Well, they started at 9 yesterday.
Yeah, it started.
That
at
was
9.
that hurt my heart.
no, because we don't. That doesn't need to happen. you
No.
know? It doesn't. You can have a show on by 10:30 or 11 on the dot. Like,
In their defense, though, there weren't that many people when we were supposed to start to play.
Okay.
But I think
I would have played.
Yeah,
I
would've
would've
played.
played too.
Gladly, I would have went home
we
early.
were under a different band name.
Yeah, that was the funny
Yeah.
thing too. We were billed as Assemble the Dragon,
why?
just cause.
You know,
told them to do that. Or?
radius clause.
Yeah, we
Radius
have a
clause
radius clause.
from
Our
a-
agents are on our ass. all
Yeah,
the
I don't know if you know
time.
the brothers Warner. Yeah, they
they're-
told us to.
They're very strict about it. They said, "Hey, you got a sold out show at a very gentrified area of Brooklyn in 2 weeks. You can't be under Steve."
The exact words was, "If you're in 60 miles, you're gonna catch these hands."
Yes, yeah,
So-
yeah. That was in a contract too,
Yeah.
and written down, handwritten, and you could tell how mad they were.
We saw his hands. His hands were scary.
Yeah, absolutely
Huge hands.
horrifying. There were brass knuckles that were never taken off.
Yeah. No,
Pretty sure he glued them on there.
On it, yeah.
Are you playing somewhere where you had to deal with that or?
No.
Oh, no,
This
one of
This
these
is all
are
made up.
This
This is a bit.
It was
No,
just
and
really
it felt
funny.
like a bit, but I
It
wasn't
was
sure.
the worst
It was
bit.
a bit, but
No,
the
it's all
funniest
right.
thing was that a lot of people didn't know, and I thought people
Yeah.
knew the whole time.
okay.
Because I would like post this bill and be like, "Hey, we're playing," and nobody put it together that like that was what we were called.
Assemble
for
the
night.
Dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think one thing that I really like about this band compared to any other band that I've ever been in is we truly commit to the bit.
Yeah.
It is like I've gotten Kyle to lick like so many gross floors, it's not even funny.
Yeah, it's really bad. We have like this new thing where it's like if you say something stupid and somebody goes lick the floor, you have to lick the floor. But so far, I'm the only one that's licked the floor. So my partner is convinced that I just like licking floors.
Some kind of like sub-dom thing. Like,
Yeah, it's a
floor
weird
fetish.
thing, but I've licked patient, patio,
A Brooklyn bar floor.
much
Yeah,
more.
Brooklyn.
Yeah, we were at much more. I licked the floor there.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
I respect it as someone who appreciates shock comedy and bits. You know.
Yeah, like, I think that's all we are in this place.
Yeah.
Just bits.
Someone was showing me Zach Miller yesterday. She was showing me footage of a band from Philly. I forget what they're called, but the drummer was getting a haircut during like the whole set.
That's incredible.
Yeah, like, and they did another set before
What is
where
that?
they're like a
I'm into
performance art, like rock band, and then they had another set where the drummer was just in the crowd watching the first half, and then like a third into like the fourth song, he just starts playing like randomly.
Oh my gosh.
That
That's a
sounds
good bit.
amazing.
I've
Yeah.
seen in a basement in Philadelphia people take like those saws and just like start cutting their instruments in half. That was kind of weird. And then they kept them plugged in though, so all you heard was like the whole time.
It was like a Philly thing, Philly art rock.
yeah, they're weirdos.
Yeah.
I played this show down in Baltimore with my old band, and this band called Cooking played, and the
You
whole
saw Cooking?
yeah.
What did they do when you saw them?
They fucking wait. Was that you that told me about that?
Maybe I could have told you
Was it
something
the
about
was it the
them.
band that fucking?
They were throwing dice
yeah,
in the
yeah,
corner.
yeah.
Yeah, they plugged their music in on an aux, and then it was like 7 of them, and they just threw dice in the corner, in the furthest corner away from where anybody can see them, and that was their whole set for 20
sick.
minutes.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah, I love shit like that because it changes it up. You know?
I appreciate things like that too.
It pushes the boundary. Shit becomes so like normalized, and it's like, oh, play your set, so you have merch in the back. Mention you're on Spotify. Like,
Yeah.
it just all seems too much like formality.
It's cool because
sometimes.
it's like then it's something else that somebody can talk about. Like I played with this group, 6 months ago, and I'm still talking about it right now.
Yeah.
Like I remembered who they were.
yeah, that makes an impression.
Yeah, I feel like that's what we try to do with Steve things too, but we don't really make bits and we don't really talk when we play. Or we try to, but it just doesn't come out that well. Or at least I'll try and banter, and I'm awful at it. For like, I've had to start making myself notes to be like, mention your band's name while you're playing.
And it's on your hand. You write it on your hand. And you
Yeah,
go,
I would
all right.
often write things on my arm.
Actually, one
like,
time,
yeah.
one time, Kai wrote a list in our house, and Nikki's girlfriend came home and was like, "What is this? Whose handwriting is this?"
Because Kyle has really nice handwriting.
I have beautiful penmanship.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you do. You
When
do.
I was a kid, my dad had my sister and I working these workbooks before we were even in kindergarten, and like write out like letters and numbers. And he's taught us how to write in script.
Yeah.
all before
It's actually,
kindergarten.
I just want to say, your handwriting literally blows my mind because my whole entire life I've had like the worst handwriting, and I don't because like other people I've talked to, they have like kind of shitty handwriting, and it's like, oh dude, it's cool, it's chicken scratch, everyone's got it, and then I meet people like you, and then it's just like, holy shit, you
Well,
go
like, bless my dad for being like my dad. He's a great man. I love my dad absolutely, and like that was something that he felt was important to teach us at a young age. I guess I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was cool though.
Now everything is typed out. But
Yeah, honestly though, yeah, it makes it so much easier.
but that's what makes it even cooler.
No, that's why
Yeah.
it's like a lost
Yeah.
art. It's like analog typing.
Oh.
My handwriting sucks ass. Also, I'm trying to look for. That's actually not too
That's
bad.
nice.
Yeah, that's pretty good
Handwriting.
handwriting.
I'm lefty, so like
Whiteboard
I
handwriting.
sweat and smudge.
Joe just referenced a whiteboard in case anyone's listening. At
Oh
this
yeah,
point.
yeah.
And whiteboard handwriting is marginally difficult compared to writing down. I
Yeah,
would
it's
say.
different angle.
Different angle, absolutely, yes. Much like how chalkboard writing is.
I'm
Chalkboard's
bad at
different.
chalk.
Chalkboards are the worst thing on the planet.
Yeah,
Really?
I'm
Those-
against the
There's
chalkboard.
there's a
The worst?
at the yeah because at the
worst thing in the world.
It's 100% the worst thing in the world. Well, for me at least. I guess for me at least. I'll take
Look,
that.
the chalk, it dries out your hands.
Listen,
you gotta
there's
get the lotion. You gotta get
I'm
the
a
holder.
bartender. The draft list is a chalkboard. It's really tall. I have awful handwriting. I have to stand on the kegs to write it. And you're writing at fucking... It's like literally you can't even like angle it down, so you have to like write it like that because you got the taps in front of you. And chalkboards, like the resistance with against the chalkboard, horrible.
It's it's weird friction too.
Extremely tough.
I can't wait for people to relate to the story, Zach.
You're tuning in to the penmanship corner.
Whoever's gonna listen to this and has to write on a chalkboard with tap handles in front of them is gonna be like, all right.
There's
Also,
three
you
people
should
out
National
also
there.
Like if you
disagree
agree.
with chalkboards. We
Yeah,
don't like chalkboards. We love Wednesdays though. Wednesdays have been our day recently.
Wednesdays,
Great
smart
news
boards.
Wednesdays.
Wait, what are we like? Wednesday's the day of the week, and
Yeah.
also
Good things
smart
happen
boards?
for us. Yeah.
And also the show Storage Wars Northeast,
Northeast.
something.
Great North.
Great Northeast. They're allowed to say
North.
the fuck word. It's cool.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, sick.
It's
Or at
Canadian.
least on Netflix.
No, it's Canadian. You can say fucking Canada.
Really? Is
Yeah.
that true?
Yes, it is.
cool.
But politely. You got to say politely. There you
Yeah.
go.
You have to say fook.
Fook, mate.
Apologies to all the Canadians who just hurt.
I use a whiteboard in school, and I have a bit when the marker's out, I just throw it
Oh,
across
right.
the
You're
room.
in charge of the youth.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So I have all these shitty markers I buy for $1, and they all go out in like 2 weeks, and then like whenever they're done, I just throw it, and everyone's like, "What are you doing?" And I just
How
that's
does it
my
make you
speech
feel
of it.
that like kids are talking about that to their parents? Like not like in a bad way, but like they're going home and they're just like, Scout just threw a pen across the room. Like that's like kind of a cool thing, I think.
Yeah, it's fun.
I would talk about the weird shit my teachers did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're young. They're third, fourth, fifth grade. So it's
Okay.
like, but at some of them definitely talk shit or talk about.
Oh,
I think
me.
it's cool to have teachers like that, though, man.
You
I
gotta.
like-
You gotta.
Yeah.
I had an algebra teacher in high school, Mr. Rublewski, also known as Dubs, and he opened the whole class with the first day the first day of school. We walk in and YouTube is up, and we all sit down, and he's like, "Yo, check this out!" And it's a fucking hate read video, and he plays the hate read video and pauses it, and there's just like this big sweaty dude like screaming because it was like a live thing. He's like, "That's me. I'm not gonna take your shit." And then, like,
Wow.
That's so cool.
yeah.
I will mosh on your fucking head
Yeah,
if you fuck
dude.
with me.
Oh, that's actually really cool.
Yeah.
Also, he failed me, but that's cool.
He wasn't taking your shit, dude.
Yeah, but
that
you
was
were
the
gonna
time.
fuck with him after that.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah.
That was also my I was like I was a very 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 scene kid in like middle
Yes,
school,
I've
high
seen
school.
photos.
Yeah, there's a lot of photos.
Most visible.
Yeah, I don't even
Scene
want to
kid.
get into it, but I didn't know who Hate Read was because I was like, yeah, Devil Wears Prada, Under Oath. Blah, 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 blah.
See, like people make fun of that sometimes, but I think that's like a very formative part of your life. of
Yeah,
course,
no,
you know?
that I mean.
I think it is silly, absolutely, because like we all like look back at ourselves and we're like, ah,
Well,
wow, we look so
actually,
silly.
Most things
I'll be
don't
complete-
age well.
I'll be
Yeah,
completely
exactly.
honest with you though. I'll still say that Under Oath is my favorite band, strictly because that was the band that taught me to not listen to their message, but to interpret their message into what I want it to be.
Sure.
I'm not a religious person, and everybody knows
So
that
we like
Oath,
Under Oath too. We like Under Oath, Smart Boards, and Wednesdays.
and yeah.
Keep a list.
But
please.
yeah, no, that I think that band was really important for me because like they talked about like finding God in their music like all the time, and I was like, that's stupid. Like I don't want that. Like I don't
We
believe
don't
in
like
that.
God.
Yeah,
There you go.
There you
well, no, Catholicism was like shoved down my throat when I was a kid. So
Sure,
like,
sure.
Um,
But you interpret your own way.
yeah,
right?
exactly.
that was
and
a lot of
yeah,
people.
and with I think without having that, I wouldn't be into most of the music that I'm into today.
Yeah, that's a big thing too. I agree with that. Every now and then I'll revisit because Spotify is absolutely beautiful in the aspect that you could look up whatever album from your childhood and pull it up, and I think that's incredible. So every now and then I'll put on like the worst, not the worst, but music that I listened to when I was in high school.
What did you listen to when you were in high school?
Oh man. Junior year, I discovered Attack Attack, and I still think they're really sick.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh really? Oh dude, I found Attack Attack in like 8th grade. I remember I
right.
saw that Stickly video with them doing like the crowdcore. I was like, damn, they look sick,
You
bro.
know what's so funny though is that like I was aware of like Brace War in high school. Like I knew like bands like
You're
that.
so much
and-
cooler.
No, but it wasn't even. I didn't even think anything.
They
other.
played a log cabin in Tom's River.
See, that's the thing.
PLP.
When I was in high school. Yeah, when I was in
Yeah.
high school.
They would do like they would be around, but I never because again it all comes goes back to, I feel, representation, because the young bands that were putting out heavy music, like young, like as in, you know, maybe 20s or so, like a little closer to my age at the time, was just like Attack, and like all these weird metalcore bands and shit like that, and it was just like, oh, okay, I like this, but I always liked heavy music.
Yeah.
And then Motown, that was also very a weird part.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Steve songs that are just not rip-offs of Motown, but they use
It's
a
there.
lot of the
It's
similar
there.
chord progressions for sure.
Nice.
Which is very subtle.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't notice it, which I think is cool. But yeah, love Motown.
What's up with the new Steve album?
It's called the Fondues and the Fondonts.
That's exclusive.
That's sick. I made that pun once, actually. Well,
Did you really?
one time I was at a party and there was a fondue fountain, and I tried to put like a cheeseburger in it, and then I said, "That's a fondant."
Actually,
I like that a lot. Wait, you put a cheeseburger into cheese?
No,
Or
it was
kept
chocolate. It was
Oh
chocolate.
yeah, see that's kind of gross.
Fondant.
Yeah,
we
fondant.
actually we also kind of stole this from some random person in Philly. We played a show with my friends in Perspective, A Lovely Hand to Hold, like
Right on.
a year or two ago.
Wait, really? That's
Where we got and then
Oh, right, we were talking
Yeah,
outside,
we were
yes.
in the back. Oh yeah, we were in like the corner, just being fucking cool guys, not talking to anybody but ourselves. And we heard this kid, and he said the fondues and the fondants, and I clearly remember Eric and Kyle were like popped up, and I looked and I was like, "We're gonna use that as our record name." And here
Shout
we
out
are.
to that kid.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to that kid? Who knows? But yeah, it's Fondues and the Fondants. It's 8 tracks. It clocks in at like a 12 minutes or under 12.
12.
I think I would go for 12. I would say 12 for now.
Sick.
So yeah.
Yeah, 7-inch cheese splatter vinyl.
Yeah, 7-inch. It would fit great on a 7-inch because that's a 14-minute time limit. I looked it up.
Nice. That's awesome. You did it with Max, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
he did it with Roush.
great. He did a
Max
great
Roush.
job. Great job.
Yeah,
Incredible. Engineered by Max Roush and then
It's
mastered by
man.
Rachel Leitner of Nervous Dater. And I think we had a
Produced by who?
Produced by Nikki.
That's right.
And then Nikki ended up joining.
You joined the band, yeah, because we
mid recording or mid production of it, basically, because Zach and I went up 2 weekends. Right, it was 2 weekends, I think, or we
2
went
weekends.
up twice at least. We went up to Clifton, New Jersey, where Max recorded at the time.
The space,
Or, yeah.
right, yeah.
I think he still records there, but he's trying to move.
he
into
moved.
his house.
He moved a little bit into his house
Yeah.
because we ska band I started. We did 10 songs with them, and like we did most of it at the space, and at the end we did vocals at his
How
new place.
weird is that
which
space?
rules. Yeah, I mean,
I love it.
We
It's
have
got
friends
like
that have
a-
been playing
I
there for a
love
while.
like a vibe to
It has the vibe.
I went to
love
a show
the
there
vibe.
like 6 years ago. They've had it for so long, so I have like sentimental value.
Yeah,
to it,
Yeah.
but it's,
I
like,
love.
it's weird.
I love the old soda and blunt wrap smell of that place.
Yeah,
exactly.
that's
When do you
what it
get that
is.
feeling
Yeah.
anymore?
And then you
Like,
leave,
never.
and then you kind of experience like the fresh air of Clifton, New Jersey. It's just like, whoa, okay, and then you go back in, and it puts you in this mindset where it's like time to work. But yeah, Max did our previous one, Drunk at Brunch, and we tracked that in pretty much like 2 days, I think, almost, or I think it was like a 3-day operation, but that was also only 4 songs. But yeah, no, we're very much happy with the way that Max works. And
Yeah, he's
with,
awesome.
like what he makes and what he could, and every suggestion that he ever has is just like pretty gold for us. I think
Yeah.
because it's nice to have that perspective. And then the same thing with like Nikki. Nikki came with us when we did Brunch. And it was just like nice to have an outsider's perspective to see like what they think about it and what they would like to put in it.
Yeah, I also want to comment that whenever you're recording with Roush, that he is just so into whatever you're doing.
Yeah, for sure.
When we were tracking Drunk at Brunch, we were recording the fucking music video Fuego My Ego, and I clearly remember playing the breakdown while we were recording, and I look over, and Max just has like this like squinted up face like this, giving me the devil horn, just like, yeah, man, like fucking
Yeah.
rock
That's
it.
my favorite thing.
Yeah.
He looks around. He's like because he's enjoying it the whole time.
Yeah.
He's like smiling, jumping. He's like, you
He's
guys
like-
like it too, right? You guys like it too.
I
It's
feel like I don't want to make any. This isn't even a harsh judgment of Max at all. But I don't want to make a judgment. But I think, whoa, big
Canceled.
sound.
Yeah. Sorry, podcast.
I think Max genuinely loves what he does.
Yeah.
And I think that's awesome.
Yeah,
Like,
it's so
it's cool.
cool.
It's like kind of like cool to like run. Of course, it's a job, like and he does it probably more than anybody else that I know that records in that kind of way, where it's almost like where it's like, yeah, just hit me up whenever. Or anything like
super
that.
flexible. Like,
Yeah, very much
good for
Yeah,
budget.
yes.
Zach made me waste a Saturday to do an acoustic song on the record.
That was the other part. So once we had my guitar.
It was a great day.
Great day.
But going into it, being told, hey, we're going to record a song about a specific food item all day.
So yeah, it was cool that we had it was Zach and I went up to track drums and guitar, that we tracked bass, and then Eric came up again, and then after that we were just like, oh, this needs something else, and then Nikki was like, hey, I have all these sick riffs that I can throw over on these tracks, and then we went back to, but this time we went to his house. And
Can we talk about the conversation me and you
Absolutely.
had about this? Oh my god, it was amazing. It's like 2 a.m. and I just got back from work, and I'm like sitting in the kitchen, and Nikki just like walks in, and he's just like, all right.
Well, because you're iffy about the record. You're iffy about
that's
it.
true.
So this is previously. So I wasn't just walking in and being like, hey,
Yeah, that's
put
true.
me on this.
Well, no, because like
yeah, full disclosure,
Yeah.
nothing like that happened.
well, yeah, that's true. Well, no, when we first before Nikki was we got the tracks back. All the songs sounded great. I just felt like there was something missing. Like it felt like a little hollow. And I just thought maybe if like we threw some just like, auxiliary fucking keyboards or just like some like under tracks or whatever, just to make it sound thicker.
And we tried that. Our friend Joe Vic came up, and he really did lay down some cool tracks, but it was something that we felt didn't necessarily fit.
Wasn't the right vibe.
But it was great, and we
Yeah.
appreciate Joe for doing that for sure, and like taking time out of his day to come up and do that.
Yeah,
But,
so
ultimately, though, I don't think it didn't make the cut.
yeah, it didn't.
Unfortunately.
It didn't. Well, it
Maybe
just
next
it didn't.
one.
It
Maybe
didn't.
next one.
I just don't think that we told Joe how to actually attack the track, and Joe just did his own thing.
Yeah.
And I don't
Yeah.
think that's a good way to go about it.
But,
But-
he did his
but
best.
anywho.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So anyway,
go
so like I'm sitting there and I'm like stressing about the record, and like Nikki just walks in and he's just like, "All right, so when are you just gonna let me in, Steve?" And I was just like, "You want to be in the band?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Okay." And I messaged the group, and then everybody the next day was like, "Yeah, okay, that sounds good to me." And that was
Because
it.
I'm usually there. Like,
But also,
Yeah.
I think the reason why that popped up in your head is because we had a show booked at it was like a Rutgers event on the Livingston campus in like one of those big halls or whatever, which is
Yeah.
pretty cool. And Chris Farron was playing, and I know that Nikki really likes Chris Farron, so I said to him, I was like,
No
hey,
shame.
do you want to come up on stage and just make a lot of noise? So the idea was that Nikki would just stand there, hold his guitar, turn every dirt pedal up, hold it up to the amp, and it would just feed back the whole time and just make obnoxious sounds the entire time.
Yeah.
And then after that, it was just like, hey, why don't you just like play some of the songs with us?
Yeah.
And then yeah.
Yeah,
And here we are now.
It's definitely worked out for the better, because like now that I feel like we have Nikki in the band, it's really cool because like Kyle pretty much does almost everything for this band. No, you pretty much do. No, you
good.
Yeah, I know,
deserve
I'm-
the credit.
Yeah, I
dude.
know. I make the shirts. I schedule.
You
a
do
lot of stuff,
everything,
whatever.
and like for me, I'm a lazy piece of shit. I work 40 hours a week, and I'm just like, fuck it, I'm done.
That's it. Yeah.
And it's just nice that because I care, but Kyle definitely does everything way more better
I
than I
also
do.
live alone.
No, but what I'm trying to get at, it's cool that we have Nikki now, because Nikki really fucking cares, and it's like, and so now it's like we have two people who really know what they're doing, going at it about it like the right way,
Yeah.
and like for me personally, and this might sound a little like mean or like conceited or whatever, but like I know for a fact that I can not talk in the group chat for days at a time and shit's still getting done. And now it's not solely on Kyle. And I mean, it's unfair for me to just like be like, oh, yeah, you
But
do
that's
everything.
okay though. That's all right because I find that I will take I'll take the initiative on most things.
You'll gravitate
anyway.
towards doing it.
Like yeah,
anyway.
because it's like because again, like really though, living alone puts you in this weird mind space where it's just like I gotta just do everything that I can do right
Yeah.
now,
And
and that's like and it's good and bad.
Yeah.
But I think it's good.
yeah, I mean, coming from like me doing SEMS
That was the thing
and
too.
like
yeah.
doing everything. I saw Kyle doing a lot.
It's
and
the weird thing that happened though is that like so when we had everything crew, it was like you were always doing that and I was always doing Steve, and
Yeah.
then finally we somehow combined it
So
into doing
and then like
everything.
we basically tag team every responsibility.
Literally, yeah.
And it's, like, nice.
We've been cold emailing so many record labels in the past 2 weeks, and we got together at one point, and Zach was there too, and we just wrote out a whole big email, and we were like,
It's the
"What
most
sounds good? What
professional
sounds
thing
good?" Because
It's a good email.
It's a hard. It's like a hard thing to hit up like all these labels, whether they're like small DIY things based in West Massachusetts, or if you're hitting up the big guys out in Cali or whatever. It's a hard thing to write an email and like
and tailor it so it's not a cookie cutter. That's,
Yeah, so
that's
it's
What
not-
do
we-
we say? What do we?
Yeah.
it's
So
like a lot.
me and Kyle, because Kyle lives in Philly, we'll be on the phone and be like, that word, we gotta change that one word.
Yeah, we have a Google Doc, and we like to. So well, admittingly, for some of the higher level labels that we don't think that we'll get on, that are just reaches, we'll try to like make a very general kind of thing where it's just like, hey, like let's just shoot this out, see if
Yeah.
they're interested.
Yeah,
Because
some of the
everything that you
music.
need to know about us is in there. But then there's other labels that are more DIY, and it's sort of like you run your own shit too. It's like you would want a more personal connection, I feel,
For
with
sure.
people.
Something,
Yeah.
yeah. Like,
Yeah.
For me, because I occasionally get solicited by bands, and like when they start name dropping and like citing like different review sites, I'm like, I don't care about this at all. Like,
Yeah.
let me hear the band first, and if I like it, then I'll like look into it. And you
Yeah.
can tell, like, I can gauge off social media or just like the band's page or whatever, like who's actually engaged with it. You could have 10,000 Instagram followers and like 90 likes on a thing because you buy fake followers and
Yeah.
shit. So
Yeah.
it just gets
Oh
weird.
yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah, it's gross. It's real gross.
That is a weird thing.
And again, I'm barely a record label. Like, I still don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I just put records out that I like.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
and that's like a lot of the time. So a lot of the labels within the DIY realm that we were contacting were kind of like that, where it's just like, oh, we like the way this sounds, we like the way that these people are doing things, like that's awesome. So then we would try and figure out ways that we could like throw in a sentence like, hey, like we appreciate your label because of like XYZ reasons,
Especially
and
they have
things
like the
that.
same values that we have.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
another important thing too. It's like we don't want to be stuck on like we're not entirely sure if we're gonna have anything. Honestly, I just want somebody to make our vinyl for us, so I don't have to
Just cheese splatter. We'll settle for 7-inch.
like that's
Parmesan variant and just like
Yes.
a cheese grater
honestly
over it,
that's
like-
kind of all I really want at this
That's
point.
it. And
I mean,
then-
of course, I want to play shows and everything, but I would very much enjoy the flex of pulling out records in
Sure.
front of like other bands because
Yeah.
I'm an asshole.
No, but that's mostly what bands want. And that's literally all I do for bands. I mean, I help book shows and tours and like print shirts shit too, but like I don't know how to. I'm not gonna email a publicist and say, "Hey, I'll give you $500 to make these people look important to
Yeah.
impress other people."
Yeah.
Like, it just gets gross to me at some point, and I know it shouldn't completely, because if I were to treat this as a business, in quotes, like I would kind of take some of that stuff seriously. I've just never brought myself to do it.
No, I understand.
I think that's important though, because that has soul behind your like label. Though. That has soul behind your label.
Right into that microphone.
Sorry,
Right in that
man.
microphone.
I'm shot.
No, you're good.
No, but that shit's important because like people just like a lot of people just want money from you, and people just want things from you. So when like it's cool to hear somebody like, oh, I just do what I like to do, you know?
Yeah.
That shit's
Yeah.
important.
It's yeah. I mean, it's just it's a DIY thing, and there's probably ways I could do things better, and I'm like slowly figuring it out.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, of course so. I mean, it's a learning
Isn't
process.
that adulthood though? Is just figuring out how to do everything
You know what?
better.
That's what we're really here to talk
You know
about.
what?
Yeah.
We're here to talk about
Growing
getting
up.
old.
All right, let's talk about 401ks.
All right.
I still don't know what that means,
You
dude.
want to know what
Yeah,
a
me neither,
Roth IRA
actually.
is?
That was the joke. I was
Well,
actually
me-
hoping you guys could tell me what a 401k was.
It's a retirement program that's through your employer.
And we're here to
Put
talk
money
about
into it, they take
CDs,
money.
certificates of
Wait,
deposits.
CDs, like those ones in that box.
Yes,
right
yes,
there?
yes,
Okay,
CDs.
sick. Like those
Yeah.
compilation CDs.
If you leave those CDs in that box for X amount of years, it'll generate interest.
It's
Oh,
low risk, low risk
Low
tip.
risk, low risk, but not the best interest rates. You're gonna want to go with a reliable credit union.
I'm more of a high risk kind of guy.
yeah.
High risk
Yeah, high
investments
risk.
or gambling.
I like gambling.
All right.
I like gambling. Too.
Actually, I'm trying to go to Atlantic City and hit those nickel slots soon.
No, I want to go to
I'm
Sugar
trying to
Hill
as well.
Yeah.
A real greasy night.
Yeah, that's what.
Sugar Hill in
In
Philly.
Philadelphia.
We used to live down the street, and we were gonna go for your 21st and never did.
Yeah, never did it. I had like $700 saved up that I was just gonna blow at a casino.
It's like a really small. It's smaller than like a J.C. Penney's at like a East Brunswick Mall.
Yeah,
like.
it's like the Kohl's of the
Yeah.
of the shopping
That
center.
rules.
Shout out Kohl's.
Nick, you did house shows for a while too. We should talk about that.
Yeah, we all did actually. Zach had Flavortown. Kai
shit.
Kai lived with me in Philly doing the house there, and then also you lived with
And
me
then
at the
Nanner too,
Nanner
yeah.
Manor during that period before
Yeah.
it was the banana stand.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then also before that, I was doing like Knights of Columbus when I was 17 years old.
Yeah, because I think like Marla and Isha played one in Forked River.
Yes.
that you did. Yeah, that's the first time I met you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We saw
That's
that's
so funny.
that's the town I actually learned about
Malaysia.
DIY.
Oh
My
my
friend
God.
Albert, he threw shows in his garage, like a 1-car garage, and we had like crazy bands play there. Like they're not cool, but like Men Overboard and like Crucial Dudes or whatever.
Yeah.
I like those
pretty cool.
people.
Dudes is cool.
I know they're great
Yeah,
friends, and
yeah.
we were all 17, just figuring it out, and like playing in a garage like 110 degrees, like, and that was like the best time. And I was like, oh, how do I continue this? And then I learned about like New Brunswick and stuff, and
Did you go to Rutgers solely for the
solely.
house shows?
I was
Really?
living in Tampa at the time. I was going to school there because my mom's like, you got to go to school, and I was like, nah, I'm a musician. Mom, I'm 17. I know what I want. And she
Yeah, you know when you're 17 and an idiot?
yeah, you know when you think you know everything. So then I was like, yeah, I'm trying to go party for a year in Tampa. And then I was like, shit, I'm paying for this. Okay, let me go to school. But actually, let me go to school for basement shows. And then
Yeah.
like my first day there, my first day of the lease, I had Avali come from Massachusetts to play our house, and we didn't have any furniture. Like I was just so about it, and yeah, we did that from 2013 till 2016, 17 in Brunswick, and then we did
two different
Yeah.
spots. Right?
two different spots, but it's on the same street.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, those shows were fun.
yeah, it's definitely a learning process about like things that we bring up now, like inclusiveness and everything, and we like Kyle definitely opened my eyes and helped me out as well.
Yeah.
I'm really loud.
Very loud. And if you live in an attic with Kyle, you'll hear him enough. You go, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I'm very loud, yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it was a lot of fun. We had touring acts from all over. We even had like, you posted it the other day. I forget about that. It happened. The MTV
The
International
MTV
thing.
yeah.
That was just dumb. That was like we were on our way out.
We had there was like a you know more about it than I do.
They hit me up because unfortunately there was a couple articles that went out about. That was before everything got shut down.
About like the DIY.
Yeah, about DIY.
New Brunswick has an awesome basement scene
Yeah,
that
and it's
everyone
like-
needs to know about.
Yeah,
there's-
even cops.
There's some kind of article that goes up every 6 months
So
about that.
so we were in one, and then like someone from MTV was like, hey, we want to come film like a college themed food show at your house called The Brothers Green, and I'm like, that sounds
Shout
funny.
out those guys.
They're the worst on camera, but really
Oh,
chill
very
behind
nice
the scenes.
afterwards, but they had to play it up because
They-
like they were on MTV.
So they were like,
you gotta be like that.
So not only-
unfortunately,
Yeah,
but
it's
like
true.
otherwise they were very nice. Very nice.
they
guys.
took all my food from the fridge,
Yes.
and so they can make the food. They didn't bring their own stuff,
Oh,
so
okay,
that was
that's
lame.
like the show. Like they
Yeah,
use your fridge.
they
and-
used my. I don't know if it's a part of the show.
Yeah,
I think there was
we
budgets.
didn't watch any other episodes after that.
But
We
yeah,
watched
so they were
all
like,
in.
so they were talking to me and be like, so man, like you have parties here downstairs, and like you must get a lot of girls, don't you? And I'm like, well, it's actually about the art and people expressing
And they
themselves.
cut that, though, didn't they?
They cut all that. I used the word. I know what I was doing. I was making the worst sound bites possible. They couldn't use that question. So I was like, oh, it's really about art and inclusiveness and blah blah blah. And then they're like, yeah, but you must like party though. I'm like, well, actually, I don't get that drunk at these shows because I gotta run the sound and I gotta make sure everybody feels comfortable.
This is my house. I pay to live here.
You know.
Please don't steal my gear. It's all in the basement.
But yeah, it was definitely fun, and they centered around the Vaughns, and at that time I was really we were really close friends with them, and still are, but like at that time.
Yeah.
And I was there like, why aren't you being the center artist? I'm like, it's not about me. I'm already having it in my house. Like I'm not gonna throw myself on this show that's already booked. because I want to be on MTV International.
It was very weird though, because there were a bunch of signs all around the house that were like, "You're being filmed." It felt very Big Brother for a minute,
As
but,
if there wasn't 7 camera people and like going like this on your face the whole
and then
time.
there was things that were like, if you want to sign a waiver to get out of it, you can. Things like that. There was also a moment where you kept introducing people on camera, and then afterwards they would turn the camera away, and then like people would run up with little waivers and be like, "Hey, you gotta sign on this."
Being a video person, I know how to be annoying. and once I saw the vibe they were trying to do, I was like, okay, how do I sabotage this?
Any possible hurdle you can
It was fun though. It was really cool. I have one speaking line on MTV. It was so they took us to a diner. They took us to a diner the same day, which like had like this big giant hamburger,
25-pound hamburger.
Yeah, like a 25.
What diner? Around here?
Clinton
Clinton
Diner,
okay,
I think, something like that, like Clinton Rail House. It was something.
They brought it out like Paul Bear style too.
Yeah, they had very good food. But their like claim to fame was that they can make this big burger. It was obnoxiously large. I don't think they actually served that regularly.
And
it was insane.
They asked me to bring all my friends, right?
Yes.
So they asked me to bring all my friends. So I brought like at least 10 people.
Yeah.
Right. All different people.
You brought Sems
And-
then like some other people.
Yeah, and then they picked only me and then Kyle's partner at the time to sit with the Vaughns at the table, and then all my friends were at the ugly table
We were
in the
ugly
back.
kids, yeah.
And I was like, you embarrassed me. Like, that's all my friends. I'm like, you're going to be on camera. It's going to be a lot of fun. And it's like, no, they are not worthy enough. And I was
we were
like,
we were at the ugly table, and we all
and they
made
didn't even give
jokes
you all
about
food.
it.
So, like, I would take things. I would step up in the middle of production, grab food, like, Seth was vegetarian. So I was, like, getting him all the non-meat stuff and throwing it to the table. I'm like, come on, guys.
Yeah.
I was so upset.
Yeah, that's gross.
Yeah.
TV, it's gross.
Other than that, MTV.
Hey,
Appreciate you.
we're...
Thank you so much.
Good credit. You
Thank
should tell
you.
the labels. I got a line on MTV.
Yeah, I have one line on MTV.
And have an accolade. They called me the scene master.
Yeah, Nikki has a quick nice
Lower
little-
third.
Yeah, nice little lower third, little arrow going in. Scene master.
That's
pretty
sick.
cool. The funniest part though, I think, about that whole shoot was that they were doing a scene where they were like, all right, we need as many people in the living room. They're gonna shotgun beers, and then like they popped the holes early and then covered it with tape, and then they were like just go like that. And I remember I was screaming. Joe Zorzi from ModChem was there, from Modern Chemistry was there, and I was just screaming Joe Zorzi's name in the middle of that the whole time, and they couldn't use that footage at all.
And then we kept doing that outside, and they go, Joe Zorzi's still here.
We were big fans
Yeah.
of Joe Zorzi too.
So
Or
to
still
talk
are,
about
maybe.
it, yeah, basement shows, it was a lot of fun to throw them.
I didn't realize you guys had all done them too.
Even Eric,
Yeah.
Eric too.
Eric did.
on
Eric
Plum
did.
Street.
Yeah,
And
Eric
so-
had a house on Plum Street.
That is the
out.
screenshot of the
Scene master.
Yeah, we'll put that up on the website.
Hopefully.
Definitely send me that.
Which is a great one. And then Zach did shows at Flavortown.
Yeah, that was a fucking mess.
I don't think it was a mess though,
Oh.
because you still had we always booked friends and anybody that pretty much hit us up, because the big thing in DIY is like making connections, but
Sure,
you don't
yeah.
really think about it like that. Like, it absolutely is a thing that you are trying to do, but if you could genuinely have good conversations with people from other states, I think that's like the most beautiful moment. I always
Yeah.
say I'm gonna do
And
DIY
and-
until I stop meeting new people that I want
Yeah.
to talk to.
Yeah, and being able to, like, we were tour centered. Like, every show had a touring act for the
Yeah.
most part.
Yeah.
And
Was that where I saw like Steve play with Prince Daddy and Cali Cousins?
Oh,
That was Edge
Edge
Mike's.
Mike's house.
That's Edge Mike's.
Mansion. That was a good show too.
Uh,
A very weird show. It was like January 2nd
Yeah,
or
yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, sorry, go on.
yeah, but we just had, like, we have a lot of space. The second floor was usually used for people on the
For our
on the
house,
first
yes,
floor,
yeah.
so they could have like sleeping bags and couches and
Same
stuff.
thing with
yeah.
Eric. Eric had plenty of
Eric.
space. They
I
had a
had- I-
duplex. They could sleep wherever.
Yeah, but we had like 3 couches, a
You had the
blow-up
whole
bed.
living room,
Yeah, we
yeah.
had a whole living
Because
room.
we've
and
all
my basement
toured.
was really big too, and we had like brand new mattresses downstairs, so you could like sleep in the basement.
Yeah, we know experiences from touring. Like, sometimes
Yeah.
we don't have the best
And honestly,
accommodations,
like-
and
I've slept in a rocking chair
Yeah.
on tour.
Some
Kitchen floor.
of my like most precious memories within music is like I didn't even like play a show, or I didn't have a show at my house, but like my friend's friend from like a different state sent this band over, and then you just get to meet these random people who are like doing stuff, and then you create friendships with people you would never meet
Yeah.
ever.
Otherwise, outside
yeah,
of DIY,
you know,
like,
and like
you know.
it,
true.
and like everybody has a cool story, in my opinion. Everyone's got at least one cool thing to say, so it's like very broadening when you don't know these people and they say something and you're like, that's fucking awesome, dude, you know.
Yeah, I genuinely do enjoy, like, as much as I try to avoid talking to people sometimes at shows or whatever, but every now and then I get in the mood to talk to somebody, and it's always typically it's always a good time. I would say.
Yeah.
You get some shitheads every
And
now and then.
you also get
But you can't let that bother you.
You also get a lot of different perspectives. I used to be in this band called the Great Depression, and we played this show. I literally can't remember their name. It's something with a whirlwind. It's like something like that. And they're like a jazz grindcore band from Thailand. And it was a white dude and like a Taiwanese dude. And they slept at my house because they didn't have anywhere to go because they played at P Lost, but the person didn't want them sleeping there or whatever. So they came back to my house, and just hearing some of the stories about just living in a completely different culture, completely different country was really cool to me, because it's just everybody else is pretty much just a dude from upstate New York or maybe Florida or something, and then you meet these people who they don't have some of the things that we have, and we don't have some of the things that they have, and it's just cool to it's eye opening.
Yeah.
And I would have never had that experience.
Yeah, when would you get a chance to talk to someone?
Exactly.
In that context.
Even nowadays, though, I feel like a lot of our friends aren't even in the state of New Jersey.
No.
At this point, we have a lot of friends in New York.
You're not even in New Jersey.
I'm not even in New Jersey. Yeah,
Yeah.
but we have a lot of friends out in New York, and that was a beautiful thing too. And then again, though, it's then you meet people, and then so for instance, Rachel Leitner, who mastered our new record. We met her because
Sems was playing.
Semiotics played a show in Brooklyn.
Suburbia.
In Suburbia, yes, and beautiful space, not
Very
existent
nice.
anymore, but
Very nice.
It was a cool spot. But yeah, and then I was talking to some of them afterwards, and then connected phone numbers or whatever. And I was like, hey, if you ever want to come, I was living in New Brunswick. We were at Delafield at the time, and I was like, if you ever want to come to New Brunswick, just text me. And they did. And then they came by, and then they slept over, and then it was a great time.
And now we're best friends.
And now we're really good friends. Yeah,
we go
honestly.
there, and then we hang out at their shows. They hang out at our shows.
Yeah, and sometimes it doesn't even
doesn't have to be a
shows
show.
necessarily.
We just go to Archie's and get some pizza.
Yeah, we get some pizza, which is also
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Anytime they're out in Philadelphia, I go see them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then from that, it branches out from there. So, in a place like New York, which, was historically, I feel, was always a really hard place to get booked at.
Sure.
For a while, because if you didn't know the right people, you wouldn't get booked at the good spots.
Yeah.
Quote, good spots. Places that would pay out, or, that would
Places
pay...
with crowds instead of
Yeah,
playing
places with
in
crowds,
Times Square
and
or
then,
something.
And then instead of opening at the Bowery Electric or whatever, which is a cool spot. I'm not saying anything bad
Why'd
about
you look
that.
at me?
But no.
Why'd you look at me?
But you know what I mean, though. It's it's New York is money. It's money to get in because
Yeah.
you're paying a toll.
Yeah.
Several tolls to get in on top of the gas. So it's you didn't want to go to New York unless you were gonna get paid, and now we're only playing New York almost.
That's cool.
Which is cool, yeah.
New York can be tricky. You got to know the pockets to hit. Cause,
Yeah.
people touring bands from other places will think, we want to play in Manhattan because there's millions of people there.
Yeah.
So there's also millions.
But that
of
means
things
that there's
to do.
millions of things to do. Exactly.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's why when we toured, our best spots that we toured was I would call them C markets where there's no music, but those kids are what, a live rock band, and then they all buy your merch
it's
and they
awesome,
get
yeah.
super excited. They go, we could write down your Bandcamp link and
Yeah.
everything, and you
That's
go,
a lot of
"Oh."
kids out in Central PA. I say kids lovingly. I don't mean it they're lesser than me.
Yeah.
I just say kids. But they're in Central PA, Bumblefuck PA. There's these kids that make this house called Birdhouse in Shippensburg, and it's the only house that has shows there. Pretty much. I think there's another space maybe, but that's one of the only places. And they have and. Pennsylvania's huge,
Yeah.
so people will drive an hour to go to a show.
That rules.
Yeah,
Or-
or Somerset, Kentucky. They had the most incredible venues, all highlighted, Star Wars, glow in the dark stuff on the walls. They bought us a bunch of pizzas and chicken wings for the people you meet, and
they
every
appreciate
and then
that 'cause they
every
don't have it
kid
that much.
bought merch, and then one kid's I have no money. I'm I don't care. We just take it.
Yeah.
You all were so attentive and dancing and didn't even know us.
Living in
Yeah.
Philadelphia taught me that a lot of people don't go to shows that often because there's maybe 5, and that's only in West Philly. And then
I'm
you
going
go-
on a night.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden you look down in South Philly events and there's 3, and then you go
Yeah.
to North Philly, there's 7. It's just
People
so
who
weird.
all moved from other places, other scenes, to go to Philly, and then they're kind of jaded by the point they get there, and they're I don't want to go to a basement and watch a new band. I'm gonna go
Yeah.
watch the hype band.
Yeah,
you know?
honestly, and that kind of happened to me, unfortunately, in a way.
That happens to a lot of people who move to Philly and then move back to New Jersey. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, it's tricky. I've definitely I don't know. It's hard when there's a bunch of shows to go to, for sure.
You also play in a million bands.
That's the
I'm
that's
in
what gets
4.
me.
What are you
I
in?
can't go to shows sometimes because when I have shows, I don't know. I think I'm in 5
Okay.
bands, but they're not all super active.
That's the thing. Well, crew doesn't play that often anymore. We get played. We'll play if we get
I
asked.
think we played like 3 times last year.
Yeah,
yeah.
which was fine though.
That was
Yeah.
perfect.
It was pretty cool. we played pretty banger shows.
Yeah, they're all good. So that was really nice.
Nice.
But yeah, Kai's in like a bunch of bands. I don't know how you do it, and then travel here because your partner's here, and I
Yeah.
don't know how you do it.
Yeah, it's a lot. A lot of
Yeah.
coffee, a lot of caffeine.
I eventually get to a point like, what else would you do? Though?
That's really the thing. I work full time. Like I'll work like 45 to 48 hours a week, and it's largely to support my gas and like my car for keeping up with it all.
yeah.
But I love it.
it's
Like it
fun.
hasn't like killed me yet.
Yeah.
I don't think. And then you just learn how to schedule, and you learn that the Google Calendar is the best thing ever.
Yes.
That's kind of it.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, but going back to like DIY, like I get constantly inspired by people, especially when I'm on tour, like just talking to people, and that's what makes me want to do this forever. Like, oh, I can only like do this. Like,
Yeah.
But that's like the best thing. Like
There's
we-
like an element of in your head. I feel like that's kind of like like fuck punk, like fuck this, and then you realize it's like, oh, this is all I like to do. Okay.
Well, some days it gets you down, but that's anything though,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Some days you go, oh, why isn't this happening? Or like, why is this happening for that person? You go like, no, that's the worst mentality you could ever have. You
Yeah.
know, it's like we all have this. We're all doing this for fun.
You definitely
And-
got to step away from it for a second.
Yeah, like sometimes you gotta like mental health week
Yes.
from DIY.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a
'cause-
weekend off next weekend. I'm very excited for it.
Enjoy that.
But tomorrow we're seeing Mulaney.
Yes, tomorrow.
And Pete
we're seeing
Davidson.
Tom Mulaney.
Oh, sick.
Oh,
Awesome.
we're so
yeah, I
stoked.
love that. Yeah. Did you guys ever play Basement Beers?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
All right.
A couple of times.
Similar kinship, I feel like, as far as like a fondue fondont thing would like almost be like.
It's very Basement Beers now that you said that.
Well, not as a rib. Not saying it's a rib.
No,
No, but it is.
Like,
yeah, they had like a song.
What's the track? What's the
Wake
track
me up
titles?
when Wake Me Up
No,
when
when-
September ends.
We when we first started this band, we had a song that was
That
a
was
literal
super
rip off.
Basement Beers.
Yeah, it was a literal rip off
Unaware that it
of
was
Saved
that.
Saved by the Bell. We ripped that song off.
Yeah, yeah.
And
very
we
much unaware that all of a sudden it was like, oh fuck, that's where I got that.
and we
idea
played a
from.
show, and Teddy was there. And I clearly remember Kyle was just like, "This one's for you, Teddy," and we started playing it. And Teddy was like, "You guys ripped us off. That's awesome."
Yeah, I would say Basement Beers is very much a close to our vibe. I think as people, and I guess musical stylings. I think well, Sean's an incredible guitar player. But,
Yeah, and
yeah.
y'all are both still different enough.
Yeah,
It's like-
absolutely, absolutely.
They're one of the. I did 2 podcasts that got deleted, and they're one of them. So I have to
Oh,
do a redemption
no.
pod. But yeah,
They're not a group anymore.
Yeah.
No, but they still want to come on. I was talking to like Teddy kind of recently.
They do so many other things.
Yeah. Yeah. We talked about K2 Spice and 311 for like 75% of the podcast. It's very on brand.
Nice.
Yeah, there's some goofballs, I would say.
Yeah, they roll.
But they're
Teddy does a
absolute
lot of.
sweethearts and they're great.
Yeah, Teddy does like awesome DIY stuff in like Newark, like does house
Yes.
shows, and stuff, which I still haven't brought myself
Oh,
to go.
Teddy's spot is amazing.
Yeah, I gotta go. Yeah.
We've played 2 shows there.
Yes.
I wasn't there yet.
Oh.
You weren't there though.
Oh,
at the
it
time,
is. I mean, we got the first show we ever played there. We played with our really, really close friend John Cause, and it was the most amazing fucking thing on the
Cause.
planet.
And then we did another show. It was Teddy's birthday. Okay, it was Teddy's birthday,
That
and
was a
on
Kai show.
brand Teddy's birthday party. Every single beer cooler had Bud Light Lime and Bud Light Orange, and you could only call them Blimes or Bloranges. If you used the full word, you got in trouble. And yeah, and then we did that show with so many great bands. I forget who was on that, but I know Ellen and the Degenerates were on that for sure.
Yeah, they do like.
And then we played that show with Junkanoo there.
And then Junkanoo, I think that was the same night that we played with John
Really?
Cause as well. Yes. Junkanoo, another great band.
Yeah.
We played with them last night. They're
Yes,
awesome.
They're incredible.
They're really
Yeah.
good.
They really know how to like.
They know how
get
to sing.
people involved. Like
They really know how to
everybody
sing.
loves them too, like which is fair. Like, they're
Yeah.
cool.
Well, they're awesome. They're like one of those bands that you just watch and you're just like, this is so much fun.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
this is
Yeah.
awesome.
That's how I
Yeah.
felt about Blush last night. I was blown away by their
Blush was
set.
also a great band.
really
They were
was.
really good friends, and yeah.
I found a
incredible
stool so I could
musicians.
sit That was my second favorite part about it.
At the show.
Yeah,
yeah.
because you know,
Anytime you could be off your feet in general.
like Scala, men of our age, you know, like we gotta sit down sometimes.
that's
There's a reason why you don't stand in the car.
Yeah,
Like, come on.
Yeah, standing up sucks ass.
That's a really good point.
Right?
Yeah, that's a very good point.
Right?
Yeah, big fuck you to standing up.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. So what do we
Official
hate? We
stance.
hate white chalkboards, standing up.
I just want someone to carry me like a baby everywhere I
oh,
go.
that'd be nice.
Ooh, that'd be
I
beautiful.
wonder how much smartboards cost.
Well, we're not gonna buy one.
At least like $12.
Yo, they asked me if I wanted one for my classroom at the beginning of last year, and I was like, I don't need a smart board. We're playing music. I'm not gonna play with the computer screen. And then like halfway through the year, I was like, damn, maybe I could actually use it. So I asked, and they're like, no, it's too late. You can't get one.
Damn.
I don't really need it anyway, but I feel
Yeah,
like
that's
it
what
could
you
be
say
cool.
now.
Yeah.
Pretty soon, when we're not playing instruments and we're just like writing MIDI on a computer or something, might change it up. Who knows? Now we're always gonna play instruments, I think.
That's cool though.
Yeah. I like watching Steve sets because I can tell your band's having fun, and also there's a
That's the main reason we play.
there's a pinch of like not giving a fuck, like fuck it. Here
Okay,
it goes.
here's like a selfish thing that I think we all do. We do this because we like it, and it's for ourselves. If you want to watch us play, great. If not, we still
We're
are
still
gonna
gonna
have
do
fun.
Yeah. Going back to that skate demo that we played, there was a competition that was going on. Like people were like winning money and products while we were playing, and I clearly remember Frankie, the guy who runs Mute and is like a close friend of mine. He comes up to me and he was just like, "Hey man, I'm sorry that like no one watched you." And I remember I said to him, I was like, "Fuck you, don't say that. Like it's okay. Like cause like that's cool. Cause like Kyle said, this band is for me." And like
It's a very selfish thing.
yeah, it's like I don't give a shit if it's like, oh dude, you guys aren't like tech enough, bro. Like you guys don't try enough. Oh, your songs are too short, dude. Oh, you guys are singing about the same shit over and over again.
Who's this person?
There was a period for like a year and a half where people would complain that our sets were too short.
Yeah.
And then the response to that is like, ha,
That
sorry.
sucks.
Oh, my favorite was when nobody clapped after prom because it was so short. They're like, that was it?
That was-
And
Yeah.
then it was just silence. And
Yeah.
I look at Kai, I'm like, ah!
There's like an element of it that's. Then again, like I don't look at people when I play because it's like a confidence thing too. But it also goes back into the mindset where it's like, no, I'm with like my 3 of my best friends in the entire world. This is for us.
Yeah.
Like, that's it.
Yeah. If it was too short, come to the next show.
Yeah, and
See it
like
again.
to comment on like the not giving a fuck thing, that resonates with me a lot because I don't give a shit. Like this is like supposed to be fun and all that because like a band I was in like took it really really seriously and like tried to be super cool guy about it, and I hated it, and I thought it was like, why are you trying so hard? We should just be having fun.
Yeah.
And like when we started this band, like in my head I was like, I'm not gonna take this seriously. I'm not gonna sit here, like when I say take it seriously, like I don't mean like not try like hard
Yeah.
to do stuff,
No,
but like do it for fun.
yeah.
And
For sure.
you
You can still like look at bands like Pup where like you can tell they're having an awesome time and they're all fucking best friends and
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
genuine and it's
Yeah.
like awesome. Like,
yeah, and like I like when I was like coming up and all that stuff, when I started getting out of like when I was getting out of metalcore and getting into like emo and
I
punk
was
and all that
detoxing
stuff.
off the metal.
Yeah, I was definitely detoxing. I went to go see Crying at the Golden Tea House, and I was like standing.
Rest in peace.
Yeah,
That band was great.
That band was so fucking good.
I didn't know they stopped playing.
I think they did.
I met their drummer over this summer and she told me that she plays in Crying and I was like, oh, cool.
Really?
But-
Crying is one. I didn't
but
like that
she
new
plays in
record,
a few other
but like.
bands, so maybe they're like, I don't know. They could be done. You
Yeah,
They
probably
could
know.
be.
I don't know
Yeah.
either. I haven't seen anything. But anyway, I was seeing them and they fucking blew it. Like they made like a huge mistake. Like they like stopped for a second and they all started laughing and then started the song back up. And I was like, that was so fucking cool.
Yeah.
You know? So now like last night, I'm pretty sure that I was completely off time with Kyle, and Kyle like moseys on over and just like looks at me, and I was like, "What? I don't fucking know, dude." Like, that's important because like a lot of kids like take it so seriously and beat themselves. Like I'm not gonna lie, like a few weeks ago, like I had a meltdown because I didn't think that I did like a good job or whatever, and like that's not cool, man. It's okay to like fuck up. It's
Yeah.
okay to make mistakes, and like
In reality, like, we're human beings.
yeah,
Like,
you know.
you're gonna make a mistake.
Yeah.
Regardless of how many
And if
times
you
we
do,
play
but
or
you want the
practice.
audience to kind of be in on it.
Yeah.
like, in a way.
It's
like,
kinda
funny.
sick.
And also, they don't know. It's
yeah,
okay.
Also, most time they don't
know.
Yeah.
So just keep
They
going.
just want to have fun. They don't
you
want
know?
to see you with a sour puss. Like,
Yeah, dude,
losing
there
the
was,
vibe.
oh my god, I have to share this story. It was literally the most traumatic thing that's ever happened to me. I was on tour. Yeah, I was on tour with Forever Losing Sleep with my old band, and we were in Southampton, Massachusetts, and we were playing this church space that was like way too fucking big. Like there was 3 people there, and it was like a space meant for like 500.
Yeah.
And the 3 people that were in that room was my dad's best friend, his wife, and their daughter. And it's the 3 of them. So at the time, we were trying this girl Petra out singing for the Great Depression, and like awesome music, like awesome solo artist, but like she just wasn't vibing with our band at the time, and she just was completely off key. And we were playing this song, and like she wasn't doing it, like it wasn't happening, and my guitar player literally stopped the set and was like, "You're fucking done," and like took the mic from her and then started the song over again. Didn't even continue it, and started over. And there's 3 fucking people, and I look at my bassist, and my bassist looks back at me, and I was like, that really just fucking happened, dude. And like that shit like made me so uncomfortable, made me not want to play in that band and ever do anything like that again.
Yeah.
So it's just like that's something that drove this band for me, is like I don't want to play with somebody who's gonna fucking do that to anybody.
Yeah, that's
I don't
gross.
care if you're off key, it fucking happens. Let's have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
largely we don't really give a shit.
Yeah, I don't
No.
at
Yeah,
all.
yeah.
Like,
Good.
like we do again. It's all selfish. Like, this is what I want to do, and I'm gonna do it the way we do it. Like, fuck it, who cares?
Yeah.
That's really what it comes down to. One time though, we played in New York. This was before you were in the band. We were playing in New York for our friends and Stay Inside for their release gig, and we played a 12 or 11 minute set. And it was a very strange situation because it was at a bar. There was a backspace, and people were outside at the bar, and then the space where we were playing was closed off. So all of a sudden, towards the last song, I think, or the second to last song, people started to come in. Little did they know we played like 4 other songs before that one. And then people start coming in. And then I'd say like we're done, and I'm like, hey, thank you so much for having us. And then people got upset, I think, or you heard like some kind of like that was it or something like that. It was just like, yeah, come earlier next time.
Yeah. Come on time. Yeah, what are you gonna do? It's not healthy to take yourself too seriously though, because then
Yeah.
you set expectations, or like when we were talking about like comparing yourself to
Yeah.
others. Like that's no point. Just do your.
It's unfortunate like this happens with your brain sometimes.
Yeah,
like, it's like,
for sure.
Like you know it's dumb.
Yeah,
you
everybody
know
has
it's
a
dumb.
perfectionist element.
Yeah.
to them, I
Yeah.
think, in regards to something.
Yeah, for sure.
You know.
I feel like my brain's always on like produce mode. Oh, they could be doing this better. You could be doing this better. It's like
Yeah.
turn off.
You and I also analyze
Yeah.
a lot of things too much.
And
in
thank
regards to
God
music,
for
I
pot.
think.
Thank
I also
God.
want to say that this record made me realize how much anxiety and how much I have double standards for myself was like on this record.
How so?
Because I listened to it so much, I was like, I was off key there. What the fuck is wrong with me? And like I
yeah.
was, you know what I mean? And like, we didn't do this record to a metronome, so there's like little bits in the record where it's like a little bit off. I'm like, dude, I'm better than that, and like shit like that. And like, there was a time like I went through like kind of like I don't want to say like a super rough time, but like I was just not in like a really good headspace over the summer, and I was like kind of like being a fucking dick about it, and like this and like it just like bothers me, and like I'm trying to like be better about it and shit, but like over analyzing yourself, I think, is like a really fucking bad trait in a lot of people.
Especially like listening to mixes, you can kind of fall into a hole. Like, I definitely have done that.
I did that
Yeah,
like
it's a
110%.
Fucking worse. Yeah.
I had to move out to my parents' house, and they lived like an hour away, and there were like so many nights where I would just like listen to the record over and just get like more and more high, which was just such a bad idea.
Because then you either start hating it, or like then you compare it to an old mix.
Yeah, it was bad.
Like out of all the bands I'm in, I'm the crazy asshole in every band. Yeah, it's not fun.
I feel like it's good when it's there, But then you also have to listen to other people too, and be
Yeah,
like, no,
the
that
check
was
and
good.
balance
Like,
is-
that was
yeah.
okay. Like that was
Yeah.
good, and I think that's something that we do
Yeah.
really well together is that we're able to. Because like we call each other out when we're being dicks, honestly. Because
You
like
have to.
sometimes we are like assholes, and like I'm an asshole too, of course. And,
Yeah.
like, but we all just kind of like level each other out, and I think that's like a nice element in this
Yeah.
group. I would say, not saying that any other group that I've ever played in ever was horrible in regards to that, but at least with us we're best friends, so
Yeah.
we're not afraid to tell each other things. And then we're also like for instance, like I also suffer from the case of like, oh, I didn't sound that good there, and then somebody will be like, oh, it sounds pretty good, you could do it better. Nikki's great at pushing me like that.
Yeah, that's my forte is telling Kyle to breathe and
Yeah.
going, I see what you're doing, but I know you can do it better.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. Yeah. And there's absolutely moments where it's like, shut up! Then ultimately it's like, yeah, alright.
Yeah, do it again. Yeah. That's part of making shit too. You want to like, you're gonna butt heads sometimes. You gotta just keep each other in check. You can't imagine if everyone just said yes to everything. Like, oh, I guess it's okay.
Oh,
Imagine
that'd
if
be
you went
weird.
Your first take on everything, or like, your first idea with everything.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay, here's another good thing about Max Max Rush that I really appreciated. We recorded one song, I think, and we did it really good because we were just tracking the drums, and then Zach like nails it all the time, no matter what Zach says. I think he's incredible. But Zach like nailed it. It was like a 40-second song, and then we're done with it, and then we're like, oh, should we do another? And then Max just looks over the chair. He's like, well, you only did the one. But, like,
Yeah, I remember that.
But like we all knew that we nailed it, like perfect, like
Yeah.
nothing
Yeah.
had to be changed, and he's just like, you only did one. It was just a suggestion to be like, let's do another just in case.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like, yeah, you nailed.
did you end up going with the first take?
I don't know which one we went with. I'm pretty
I
sure we
think
did.
so.
that.
Yes.
We
I
did.
think
I bet
so.
we did.
Yeah, it just happens.
Max
yeah.
is a great person to work with.
Yeah, Max rules.
Yeah,
I want to make more music just so I can record with him again.
That's how I feel too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. I wanna track in that little basement studio that he's got set up now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. When we did that acoustic song, I was so comfortable. I had my shoes off, like in the rug.
Yeah,
like, just
it's a
like
carpeted
hanging.
basement.
It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Sick.
That's the first time you recorded a guitar on a
Yeah, that was the
record.
first song I ever recorded a guitar to a metronome, and it was extremely stressful. And I don't have like the most confidence in myself as a guitar player because will tell you I'm a terrible guitar player.
I'm real bad.
Yeah,
you're a
no,
terrible guitar player?
I
That's
can't.
bullshit.
You're probably better than me. I can't get through Damn It. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just
I can't even play
Alright,
Damn
Damn
It.
It's a pretty hard song though.
Yeah,
We
I
did a
can't play
Blink-182
Damn It.
Yeah, we did a
cover
Blink
set
set.
one time.
We couldn't even
Damn
play.
It was pretty hard.
We couldn't play "What's My Age Again." That was a really
Yeah,
tough.
that's
That
song.
one was hard too.
Yeah, that's a hard song.
Yeah. Tom DeLonge has like picking patterns that make absolutely no fucking sense.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, so I saw Blink with Matt Skiba, and I was like, oh, it makes sense that you're having a hard time.
Yeah.
Like, when I finally sat down and tried to learn some of those songs, it's like, yeah, there's some weird shit going on here.
Yeah. How was Blink with Matt Skiba?
Have
weird?
you ever seen Blink in general live?
Yeah.
I
When,
don't
though?
think that they're the best. Yeah.
No,
when
they're
did
never
you?
When did you
yeah,
see
they're never
them?
that
But I
great.
also saw them when I was a kid, so I was like,
Oh,
this
okay,
all
okay.
sounds
Yeah,
like
okay.
9 and
Because I
10.
saw them.
Yeah.
I saw them at PNC when they released the 2003, and like that, I think that was the best Tom ever sounded.
Yeah.
And before he did
They're
Angels and
genuinely
Airways,
not the best sound.
but that was
band
probably
live.
the best time they ever played live.
But with Skiba, they were good though. They were pretty good.
I
for,
love
like, what
Skiba.
they-
Yeah,
what they are.
separately.
I'll say I saw Blink-182 a lot because they're actually like they were the first band I ever listened to, like the first CD I ever got, and I got to see Blink with "Take Off Your Pants and Jacket," the self-titled, and then when they came back in like 2009. And then I just watched like a live set with Skiba because like I just don't care to like spend money to go do that. And the one thing I'll say is the more and more, and this is kind of like bad I guess or whatever, but the more and more Tom like started to like stray away from the band and like start doing his own thing is when he got better. Like he started getting better as
we strongly disagree with each
Nah,
other.
dude. Like when he after I feel like when I saw them with "Take Off Your Pants and Jacket" and like it was like, oh, fucking Blink-182. I was also like 6, so like whatever.
Yeah.
But it was like, oh, this is like fucking sick. And then I saw them with the self-titled. I was like, wow, this is like way better. And that was after Boxcar Racer came out, and that's when like I feel like Tom got his like confidence.
Tom finding his groove.
Yeah.
That shit, yeah.
And they were really good. And then Tom left the band, and I went to I went to Warped Tour and I saw Angel and Airwaves, and I was like, this isn't Blink-182, but he's way better than he ever was in Blink-182. So
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I was like, wow, he's actually
Strongly disagree.
nah, man.
All right, what's your point then? Go ahead.
Angels and Airwaves, no thank you.
Oh, they're trash. They're not a good band. I'm
Hey,
just
I don't
saying.
want to have a hot take,
that's
but
Tom's
no
element.
thank
That's
you.
Tom's element, though.
No, I watch everybody can vouch. I watch too much YouTube live music videos at night. Like that's
Yeah.
what I do to decompress is watch other bands and study, like kind of like music. Yeah. Kind of like school. Like I study it every night. And yeah, I've watched a lot of live music videos with music concerts with them. No thank you. No thank you.
Hey, you like what you like.
But I do like Blink. We all do. We did that cover set and we didn't practice really.
I'd say we all like Blink-182 to an extent, except for me.
Yeah, we did a Blink-182
Yeah.
cover set at the same time that somebody was doing like a Simon and Garfunkel cover set, I'm pretty sure.
Same
Yeah.
bill? That's
On the
weird as
same
fuck.
bill.
That's
Yeah,
so
we
weird.
were like the weirdest band to be on that. We were admittedly the only band that didn't practice.
Yeah.
But also
Because
it's a cover
why?
set. We're
It's
doing
one
it for
day.
One night.
Yeah.
When we were in SEMS, we had like a big issue because the reason why we broke up is because of a Weezer cover set, I think.
Really?
Yeah, because we were playing in Mount Joy and we were supposed to get like this dumb guarantee to
Yeah.
play it, right? And one of our players practiced super hard every day when they had like to go to New York and film and stuff. And I was like, you're trying too hard. It's Weezer. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I
like
didn't
why
learn
you
any
practice?
songs.
Why you practicing so hard? And then like that just stressed them out to the point it's like I can't do this band anymore. It's too much involved.
okay.
And I was like, that.
That was the final straw.
Yeah, that's the juicy gossip people ask for about that, and I'm like, it's because of a Weezer cover set.
The good news is I don't think it'll happen with Steve. That everyone tensions will ever be too high.
Taylor Swift cover set if we can.
And if you do, I don't think it'll break the band up. I think you guys will.
I hope not.
Go in and just have fun.
Yeah, that's all we do is have fun. Fondues and fondonts out eventually.
Yeah.
Out eventually.
Yeah. You guys want to wrap this up?
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah. All right. Hey, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for letting us talk.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah. Be on lookout for Steve's new album, Fondues and Fondonts. All right. Bye.